What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss LA. I'm a hair care specialist. Thank you for joining. Today's topic, we're going to talk all about hot water and how it affects our hair and scalp. So if you want to learn more about this, just stay tuned and I'm going to get right into it. Did you know that hot water could actually be damaging to your hair and scalp? A lot of us didn't know that. We felt like hot water when it comes to shampooing is a great thing. So we're going to talk about that a little bit here in just a second. So you know me, I've already taken some notes. So I want to make sure that I go over these notes and make sure I thoroughly explain how hot water affects the scalp and could be damaging, to our hair and scalp at the same time. All right, so let's get into it. So shampooing, we already know, hopefully we know, okay, that shampooing is a crucial part of a healthy scalp and healthy hair, okay? So we're going to talk about here in the end also some tips on how to shampoo correctly, because I've been talking to a lot of people and I've noticed that some of the shampoo routines are not all the way correct. So we want to make sure that you guys know the correct way of how to shampoo. So let's get into it. When it comes to shampooing with hot water, okay, our scalp, you may not know this, but it creates and produces its own natural oils. Most of us are African American. It's a myth that we feel like because we're African American, our scalps don't produce oil. It's naturally dry. That's not true. What's causing our scalps to be dry or any hair type to be dry is the excessive hot water. So what it does is it strips our natural oils from our scalp and it dries out the scalp and it dries out the hair, okay? That oil that our scalp produces actually acts as a barrier and helps to maintain moisture on the scalp and moisture to the hair. We need that, okay? Now, I know you guys use extra oils and that type of thing, but that could be the reason why you're having to use more oils because we're stripping that oil because of hot water, okay? So here's a recommendation. Lukewarm water, okay? I know some people don't want to hear, we're not saying cold just yet. We will a little bit later, but lukewarm water, okay? So we're getting ready to learn about the cuticle layer of the hair here in a second. So I'm getting ready to take you guys to school. We're getting ready to go into a lesson so you guys can learn. So when it comes to the cuticle layer of the hair, okay, there's an outer layer of the hair and it's the cuticle layer, okay? When we use hot water, you guys, it opens it up wide, okay? So when it opens it up wide, okay, so when I think of the cuticle, to make it make sense to you, think of blinds, okay? So you know how blinds, it either is gonna have that little thing that we twist to open and close, or it's gonna have the little string that you open and close, right? So when the cuticle, which is the outer layer of the hair, is open wide, it is equivalent to if I open my blinds wide and I let the sun in, right? So it kind of blinds us and it's like, whoa, well, that's what's happened to our hair, right? So when it's opened up wide, remember it creates its natural oils, all of that stuff comes pouring right out, okay? If I put in a leave-in conditioner, if I put in anything for moisture, it's leaving right out of my hair. So we don't want that to happen. What the lukewarm water would do, okay, is it will open up the cuticle layer just enough to get all the dirt out, cleanse it out for you guys, and then it'll also, here in a second we're going to talk about cool water, close it back up to maintain and retain the moisture or the natural oils that our scalp usually produces, okay? So let's get into how it dries out the scalp and the hair. When that cuticle layer is open wide from hot water, again, it's like, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, this is hot. So it just opens up really wide, letting that sunlight in, which is blinding us, and then it just takes everything out. So listen to what that means. It means now, this is for my curly hair people. We always was like, oh, my hair is natural, so it's so frizzy, but this could be the reason why your hair is frizzy. When it's dry, it also causes it to be really brittle. Sometimes people's hair, your hair is really hard, and you're trying to figure out why it's hard. Also, what happens is, I don't know if you've ever had where after you blow dry your hair or air dried it or whatever, now your hair is very hard, and then we put the heating tools on it, and then it makes it even crunchier. This is why, you guys, the water is too hot. we want to make sure that we're using lukewarm water to shampoo that hair and that scalp. Okay, remember, we don't want the cuticle all the way open because it's letting everything out that's natural that the hair and scalp needs. All right, so another thing it does, let's talk about this. This is good for my people with color. It actually causes fading when it comes to our color. So a lot of times I get clients, they'll come back and they'll say, Miss LA, that black color you put on, it didn't last long, yada, yada, yada. My first question I ask them, what temperature water did you shampoo your hair while you were at home? And guess what everybody says? Hot? No. We don't do hot water at all on our hair. I don't care if it's colored, treated, or not. So here's what happens if your hair is colored. I don't care if it's blonde, I don't care if it's blue, red, black, green, whatever color it is, you want to use lukewarm water. Again, remember we said what happens with hot water again? Wow, it opens up that cuticle layer all the way up. So any color that's in that hair is just flowing right on out. So you'll notice red is probably the worst, that within a week or two, especially if you shampoo them 1 to 2 times a week, you might be already pink by the second week. It has faded all of that hair color out. So in order to preserve colors, I don't care what color you guys, I don't care if you're blonde, I don't care what color you are. My recommendation, my suggestion, and I'm telling you what works for me, cool water. Okay, again, we don't need hot water because it's going to pour everything out. Remember, the moisture now is taking out all of our color as well. Okay, we want to use cool water because what cool water is designed to do, remember, cool water, just like that blind, I'm using that little string, or I'm using that little what is that little thing? I actually have one on my windows here. I can't show you guys, but you twist it and it'll close the blinds. With that happening, what it does is it helps to trap in the moisture. It's going to help trap in the color. Okay, so we definitely want to preserve those colors. It is not your stylist's fault. It is not the color that they use. It's that hot water just stripping it out really, really fast. Okay, so let's talk about how it dries out and irritates the scalp. Okay, so if any of you guys out there are experiencing like any redness, irritation, sometimes people are itching a lot on the scalp. They're like, I don't know why my scalp is so itchy. It's actually red. Some people think they have a dandruff problem, so they go to the doctors and they give you guys the same shampoo that they prescribe to everybody. It may not be that type of situation. Now, excessive amounts of hot water for a long period of time, it can lead to a dandruff condition. Okay, so that's what we don't want to happen. And let me tell you, once upon a time in life, I did have that happen. I thought I had a dandruff situation, but I was like most of you guys, I'm in the shower, it's hot. So of course, while I'm in there, I'm gonna shampoo my hair since it only makes sense, the water's already running. So I ran that same hot water through my scalp, not knowing it was drying out my scalp. So the moment I changed to, listen, old school is the best school. I'm telling y'all. A lot of this stuff I'm telling you is old school. I had an old school stylist told me this. She said, go to lukewarm water. I didn't read it. The dermatologist didn't tell me this. She told me this. They actually prescribed me a shampoo that didn't do anything. But when she told me to change that temperature, now to this day, and that's years and years ago, you guys, my scalp has never had a problem. And I even use that same lukewarm water on my body. Don't get ashy, because if a lot of y'all are experiencing ash after you shampoo, it's because your water is too hot, okay? Remember, all of this skin is connected. So we want to definitely not irritate that, okay? Let's see. Overproduction of sebum. Okay, sebum is another word for oil. Remember, we talked earlier that hot water strips our natural oils from our scalp. So think about that. If I'm using hot water, it's stripping oils from my scalp. What do you think the scalp is doing now? It's going in overtime. I need to get that oil back. I got to do overtime production to get this oil back. But we don't want that, okay? Because what now happens is, now it leads to a greasy scalp. Now we're upset that now my scalp went from dry scalp to now I don't understand why my scalp is so greasy. It's oily and greasy because now we're either over shampooing it through the week. Remember, 2 to 3 times a week. And African American or anyone, if you want to do 1 time a week, is okay. Okay? Don't ever think that 1 time a week is bad. It's okay. I shampoo my hair once a week, and as you guys can see with color, my hair is very healthy. Okay? So if you need to do it more than that, go for it, but not every day. All right? So what happens is, again, that overproduction, and then now we got this greasy scalp. We don't want to have our scalp to work overtime. Let it do what it needs to do. Again, it's going to be the same recommendation, you guys. What is it? What do you think it is? Lukewarm water. So that's what we're going to be doing. Switching that water to lukewarm. I have some people be like, oh my God, I don't want to put that on my body. Well, I promise you, it's the most refreshing thing you could ever do for your body. I've been doing it ever since, because that water is naturally gonna fall onto our bodies in the shower, right? So it's a refreshing thing, I promise. So lukewarm, not cool, not yet. I got that one coming up next, but that's gonna be the trick to it. So we just talked about a few things, right? So hot water strips the oils. It causes over oil production. If we have color, it's gonna strip that color from our hair, okay? And then it's gonna irritate our scalp if we keep doing it. Also too, I think I mentioned this, but it can also change the color of the scalp. So I've seen people where they come in, they face look one way and they scalp look another. It's a hint to me that through their years, they could have used that scorching hot water and then it changed the color of the scalp. All right, now don't get me wrong, some people are born that way, but if you were not born that way and you start noticing it in time, this could be the reason that happened, okay? So another reason, another thing hot water can do, it can irritate the hair follicles. It can impact them in a major way, okay? So remember, we talked about irritation of the scalp. Well, guess what else is on the scalp? Where our hair follicle, comes from. So if it irritates or inflames your hair follicle, this can contribute, you guys, to hair thinning and hair loss, okay? So let's think about that. Sometimes, yes, could it be a medical condition? Could it be medications? Could it be life? Could it be stress? Yes, but multiply that times, now I'm using scorching hot water, it's just impacting what we're trying to do the opposite of, right? So this could be a major impact when it comes to our hair growth. So it could stunt the growth and affect your hair follicle by inflaming it, okay? So let's talk now about some solutions and alternatives, okay? We already know the magic one. What is it? Y'all probably already know. I done said it, I feel like 100 times. Lukewarm water. Hello. So effective today, we're going to start doing lukewarm water. So we're going to be shampooing the hair and we're going to use lukewarm water. So this is how I need you guys to do it. Remember, when we're shampooing, I need y'all to take your time. We need blood circulation. If y'all been listening to my videos, we need blood circulation to the hair follicle to help do what? Produce hair growth. And producing hair growth and getting blood circulation also promotes healthy and shiny hair, okay? So I need y'all to get in there and shampoo and take your time, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a time limit, okay? I remember when I was young, my mom used to tell us to brush our teeth for 2 to 3 minutes, okay? And that seemed like the longest 2 to 3 minutes, I think, because we had to time it, right? That's the same thing I want y'all to do. So when you're shampooing your hair, I want you to shampoo at least 2 minutes, okay, each shampoo. And I want us to massage it. No back and forth, because I'm in a hurry. I got to hurry up. You do not have to hurry up. You're spending 8 hours at a job, you can spend 2 minutes on your shampoo. And I want to see 2 shampoos, because let me tell you why you want to do 2. One shampoo is to get mostly all of the dirt and debris out of the hair and off of the scalp, okay? We want to get all that off. And then the second shampoo is the final cleansing, making sure everything is off. That first shampoo most of the time does not always get it off. So that's why we always recommend that you shampoo twice. So that means you're going to shampoo with this lukewarm water, and then we're going to rinse that shampoo off with lukewarm water. Remember, we said that by using hot water, it opens up the hair cuticle, which is releasing all of the moisture. When we're using lukewarm water, okay, it opens the cuticle a little bit, which helps to release that dirt, release that oil that we don't need, and it helps to release all the debris out of the hair just enough so it doesn't escape completely. Okay, so the next step is we're going to rinse with cool water rinse. Okay, so this is old school again. Listen, I've been doing this for my whole time and it actually really works. So now we're going to do a conditioner after we shampoo twice. We're going to put the conditioner on, right? And then we're going to rinse it off with cool water. Who knows why? Who knows why? Remember, the cuticle is like this with hot. With warm is like this. So now what's the next level we need? We need it to close. If we want to close in moisture, if we want to close in any oils that we need there, we need that cuticle to close up. And old school cool water is the truth. It actually works. Hot water does not. So just imagine that. If I'm using hot water to shampoo, hot water to condition, everything that I just put on my hair, all of it was put on and stripped all away all at the same time. It was kind of pointless. So what happens is we blame the products now. We were earlier blaming the stylist because the color didn't last. Now we're going to blame the product because we feel like the product doesn't work. No, the hot water put it in there and then it stripped it out as soon as you rinsed it out. Okay, lukewarm water, cool water at the end. Okay. Remember, shampoo tips for you 2 to 3 times per week if needed. African American hair or any hair, 1 time a week is not harmful. Okay, so I don't want you to think 1 time a week is bad. 1 time a month can be bad. Yes, 1 time every 6 months is horrible. But we want to get to a routine to where we're starting to take care and remember and protect this crown. We got to get to it, right? Let's talk about it. Now, we also talked about, let's just recap a little bit. How about we do that? So let's recap. Hot water. I'm going to kind of ask some questions and then I'm going to have you guys to answer those questions, okay? So we're going to treat it just like class. When we're doing hot water, how does it affect the hair cuticle? Does it make the cuticle open, half open, closed? The answer is open. Do we want it open? Yes or no? No. What we want to do is we need that hair cuticle to stay halfway open and closed. And then at the end, use cool water so we can close in that moisture, which does what to the hair and scalp? It helps with the shine, you guys. It helps to reduce frizz. It helps to reduce brittleness. And it helps to keep those natural oils where they need to be. Okay? So hopefully you guys have learned something. Hopefully this video was very informative and it actually taught you guys about hot water, because almost probably, I'm gonna say 95% of clients that I talk to and I ask that one question, that's usually my first question. And you guys who've talked to me already on a Zoom call or you see me in person, what is my first question I ask you? Tell me your shampoo routine. From there, I can build you your next routine of how we're going to change it, add to it, or do something totally different from what you do, right? So hopefully this video, guys, has been informative. You have learned now about hot water and shampooing and how it's an absolute no-no, okay? Even on your body, try it, you guys, lukewarm water. I promise it'll be the most refreshing thing you've ever done. And then, you know, if you feeling jiggy with it, let that cool water from that conditioner run on your body too. It's amazing. It's the most refreshing woo-sa thing that you could ever do for your body and for your hair. Okay, so thank you guys. Again, I'm Miss LA. I'm located here in Dallas, Texas. I'm a hair care specialist, so I specialize in hair health, hair growth, hair loss treatments. If you need a consultation and you are from a distance, feel free and go to our website, experience.com, and you can go into virtual consultations. I can talk to you from wherever you are. If you're here in my city or you're a nearby city, come in and talk to me. And then that way we can also not only do a consultation, but also get you a scalp analysis, where the scalp analysis can tell us more detailed what's going on with your scalp, your hair, and your hair follicles. Okay? So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you as always, and I look forward to seeing you guys in our next video. Thank you.